Hello and welcome back. So in the previous part we have added app.js. Now our app is up and running. So go in here and remove this, go to home.js. Okay, so if we go my develop project in here, so this is our home screen. So if we go to full mode, then this is our home screen. You can go to log in, and I have already logged in, and this is React notified me. So I'm going to log out from here. So this login is going to go to login, and we can go to sign up, and we can go to home as well. So this is a grid system. We have two grids in here. We have one grid for this image and one grid for this right side. So I've provided you this image inside your images that we have talked about in the previous part. So in this we have nothing, just UI. We just write login button and pass pops to go to this route. Okay, so we need to write and add our material UI as well. So we need to add material UI core, npm install material UI core. So we need to copy this and we need to install in here. So I want to get rid of from my project. So we can write in here and install material UI core. So our material UI has been installed. So we need to write and install one more thing in here. If we write npm react bootstrap, go to react bootstrap npm, and we can write it with npm I react bootstrap. Okay, so I means install. We can write npm install as well. Okay, so our react bootstrap also installed. Go in here, package.json, react bootstrap, and material UI core has been installed. So we need to add our font awesome icon link as well. So like we can add these icons. We can write in here font awesome CDN link. Okay, we can go to get started with font awesome. Go below and we can copy this whole link. Okay, go to your project and go to your public and go to index.html and paste it in here. Okay, now save this. Okay, so go to your home.js. Now we are good to go to add different things in here. So first we need to add the grid. Import grid from material UI at material UI core, and we need to import our home.css as well. I have given you this file. Like go to styles, go to home.css. We need to import it in here. Import step tag, go to styles and import home.css. And now okay, we have also installed React Bootstrap, so we need to add card from React Bootstrap. Okay, so now we can add different things in here. Okay, so we need to remove this div. We need to create a grid here. So we need to create three different grids. First is main grid, and the two different ones are this left side and right side. So first is a main grid. We will write container. We will give it component, and these are the attributes that should be passed to this grid component. So we will give it main, and class name that we have added inside home.css is home root. We should give it different display sizes. With XS size we will give it 1, and small medium we will give it 4, and for empty we will give it 7 size. and you can change these sizes so that you can have better idea how this grid system works. Class name, and from home.css we'll give it image home. Okay, so this image is given inside home.css. okay, image home, we are giving it background image. So if you go in here on left hand side, we have given it some color on this, so we need to add a div in here to give it some color. Okay, so if we go in home.css, I have given it background color with this. Okay, so this div has a background color with width and height 100%, which is going to be take place to all of this left side grid. Basically this image has some white texture in it. I have given it some dark texture of creating by this div. So we will write a class name and we'll give it home left image. Okay, so we have nothing inside this div. We have to give some color so that we can add this div here. Okay, now we have to create this right side grid in here. In order to do that, go in here and okay, so in here we have item. We will give it same sizes but not the same. We need to have some variations in here. So we'll give it 12, we'll give it 8 and 5. Okay, we will change these variations when we execute our project. So we have a class name as well. So the class name is home right component. Okay, home right component with box shadow and the background color. So we have some box shadow as well, and we have some background color in here. Okay, now we need to create a card to the right side so that we can create responsive UI. Go puff, remove this. Okay, so in here create card. Okay, card is coming from your React Bootstrap, and inside card we have class name. So we give it home item 1 in here, home item 1 and all of those. Okay, so go in here, and so before going here we need to add something in grid as well. So in here we will give it elevation with 6 and elevation square. Okay, so elevation is a material design. It is measured as a distance between material surfaces. The distance from the front of one material surface to the front of surfaces at the same elevation can appear differently when other surfaces are behind them. So we will add the 6. We will also going to write some other number when we execute our project. So in here we have just one button, so we will write here button, and in here write I. Okay, and not self-closing by the way. So in here we'll write welcome, and we'll give it class and give it awesome icon home, and in here we'll write class button home. Okay, so till now if we save this and if we run our application, okay, we have to write npm start and we have to give it welcome. So we need to remove all of them from here. So this is my developed project running on 3001 port, and it's going to run on 3000 port. Okay, we have some import issues in here. We need to add grid from core. Okay, we need to add grid from material UI. Now save this. Okay, we have some path issues as well. Okay, if you go inside home.css, so we need to add this full file in here. If we go in images, okay, so we have this image present in here. Okay, so in order to do that, we need to rearrange the path. So we can remove this, go one step back, go inside images and add this image. Okay, now save this home.css, which is important, otherwise you will get errors, and save this home.js as well. Go back. Now we have our image on left hand side. We have created two divs. Okay, now errors are gone, but we are not getting on right hand side. We have created home. Okay, so in here on left hand side we have this grid, okay, with this image. So we need to close this div in here. Okay, so this div is for left side image and this grid is for right side items. Now save, go back. Now you can see we have colored right side grid with welcome screen. We are not getting our awesome home icon, so we need to go back in home and in index.html. so we need to add some more style in here. Okay, so if we go in here, we need to remove the previous CDN awesome file. I'm going to provide you the link in the content of this video. So okay, so we will save this now, go back. Now we have home icon in here, go to home.js. okay, so we need to add some styling for this welcome as well. Go to home.css and write button home, or we can write button home. First thing we need to add cursor. We write pointer and background color. Background color is pink, and inside my developed project. Okay, so we need to add border, which is none, and the color of the text is white, and padding we have 10 and 28. okay, and text align, we will write it as center and give it width 100% and font size is 30 px. Now save and go back in here. Now we have this as this. Okay, now we can go back in home.js, and just below this button we can create div in here, and now in this div we will write style. Okay, so in order to give the style object, we are not giving it the style from our home.css. so in order to some practice purposes, we are going to create a style just above your render. Const, we'll write it paper. So this is the name of this object. Okay, so I think before giving it any style, we just write the elements inside this div, then we'll give it style. Okay, first one is h1 tag. Remember, we are going to give style with styled object, and in this h1 tag we are going to write inline styling so that you can have a better idea about inline styling in JavaScript. So we'll write style, and we will create, first is to write JS inside your JSX, and the second one is the style object. So we'll write color, and color is white, and we will give it background color. So in JavaScript we don't write dash between two words, so with this we can write pink, and we will give it padding. Okay, so padding is going to be 10 px and 10 px. Okay, now we can write in h1. Okay, in h1 we can write web chat application. Now we can save this, go back in here. So we have web chat application. So this is slightly different than what we got inside here, so we need to write it. Okay, we need to write after this card. Now save this and go in here. Now we have web chat application, but it is not is at the center position, so we need to write the style object as well. Okay, so the style object that we want to create is const paper, the name of this object. And one more thing, so in class components should be created inside a render function. Okay, so in here we will write display, we'll give it flex, we'll give it flex direction, and it is column, and then we'll give it align items and give it center, and in here we'll give it padding left so that we can pad in here. So we can see in JS inside your component, we write here as padding with capital L. So in here we'll write dashes between these two words. So there's slightly different syntax in here. And we can write as well. We can write with padding, and we can give it different paddings, and we can write it as it is as well. Give it px and give it margin top and give it 60 px. Okay, now remove this, save this, go back in here. Okay, we have not added this paper inside this style. Save this. Okay, now you can see our web chat application as we get in here. You can play around and you can write a different styling as you want. So in here we need to create a link so that when we click on this login, we should go to this login. So if go back in here, we need to import link from React router DOM. Okay, so we can create link. So just below this h1 we can create this link. Okay, and we can write it as link to, and we need to just give it path sign in. Okay, like we have created in app.js. The sign in page path is sign in with /. Move this, go in here, close this. Okay, so now we need to create button. Okay, so we have a class, give it button1, and we can give it span and give it login. Okay, and that's it. Okay, this button1 style is present in here, and we have button1 style with button1 span, button1 span after, hover, and error. Okay, so we can save this home.js, go back in here. Now we have a button. If you click on login, then you can see we have on login screen. Okay, if you go inside my login page, okay, just close this. Inside my login or sign in page, so different things are same. If we go in here inside login, we have left grid and right grid and different buttons. Okay, so we can copy different things in here. Go to my folder, go to home.js and copy this link card, okay, and paste inside sign in. And can copy this grid as well, paste in here. Okay, if we go inside my styles and inside my login.css, so you can see inside image we have a background. So I'm going to remove this in order to give this path. Okay, so I'm going to recommend you that place the styles and images that I provided inside your source and component so that you can have a same path like me. Save this. Okay, we need to create grid in here. Okay, and inside it, this is the root grid, just like we have created inside home. Okay, so this is the root grid, left and right grid. Same if we copy that, if we copy this grid, copy and just paste it with this grid. Okay, and we can copy this and paste it in here, and we'll give it just root and image, and give it left image. If we go in home.js, copy this and paste it in here. Okay, and we can change it with login right component. We have CSS inside here, login.css. Of that is present in here. I didn't see root login right component. Okay, if we go above, we need to add our CSS as well. Import, go back and include style. Put your file with now save, and we are getting some error inside login. Okay, go in here, we need to give it I capital. Okay, we have some UI issues, so let's have a quick break, and then in the next part we will be talking about our issues inside our login screen. Let's have a quick break.